Good morning. You already know what it is. It's Rex Endangerment with your boy Ush, 1/3 of the Speak Easy podcast. I'm going to get down to it real quick. COVID-19 versus the church. It is what it is. I see so many people are fearful right now of the fact that they cannot meet and congregate in a place of worship, and they feel like it's persecution or the end of their life. I'll get into that in a second, but real quick, I want to dive into one thing and one thing only. Let's talk about the money. So we're at a crisis right now where a lot of people are struggling. About almost 7 million people have filed for unemployment. And it's not a faith thing. It's a simple thing that a lot of people just don't have the money right now to give. But to those of us that can and continuously do give, let us continue to give. But the point is, if you are giving into a ministry that is actively, during this COVID-19 crisis, going out into the community, still trying to evangelize, still making sure to knock on doors and just drop off bags of food, maybe they shop for them, maybe they paid some bills for them, give, because people need our help right now as the church. But to the ones that are still saying people should give based on Malachi 3 verses 8, of being cursed with the curse of a man robbing God. No one is robbing God if they don't have the money to give. And I've seen too many posts and too many people and too many articles of people going around still wanting to collect money from people for the church. The lights in the facilities have not been really used in the last 2 to 3 weeks. Why are you collecting and telling people they need to give money to a place they cannot attend for worship? Allow people something called grace. If people need to feed their family, if people need to take care of their family accordingly because they cannot work or do not have the means to give, allow them to take care of their family and give what they can. Stop forcing and scaring people into giving money to a place they cannot even attend at this moment. I really enjoy the fact that people are encouraging people to give to places that are actually doing for the community, that are going out still evangelizing. Here's an idea. Why don't you abide by the laws of the land, close the church, and then go out and evangelize people? You will be social distanced. You can, at this point, call people, talk to people, encourage people with the time that you have while your doors are closed. That's the reason why a lot of churches are scared to close their doors. It's not the fact they don't have anywhere to worship. They can. It's the fact they have not taught their people how to evangelize other people, and they're scared they close the church, there will be nothing for them to do. This is why you have evangelism. I remember back in the day when we used to go around in the community after church, after service, to evangelize the community. It was always the same 2, 3, or 4 of us. The other 50, 60, 100 people would go home because they were afraid to tell someone about Christ. So what I'm saying is, don't start knocking people over the head for not giving money if you have not been able to teach your people how to evangelize. That's why you're afraid of your doors closing. It's not because of the worship factor, because we know we worship God in spirit and in truth. John 4 tells us this. For the Father seeks such to worship him. He said it's going to come a time when we're going to be doing this. It's not persecution from the government. It's not persecution from anybody else. The simple fact is you must learn what worship is, and you must learn where worship is. And it is not inside of 4 walls, but it is inside of you. What's your conversation been like with other people involving Christ? Has it been faith or has it been fear? What has your conversation been like, leadership, pastors, ministers? Have you been telling people still give your money because we need it, because shall a man rob God? Yes, he will, in tithes and offerings. Have you been pushing that on people? Or have you been saying, look, if you give, we will take care of you. We will help pay the bills that you cannot pay. We will get in the community, deliver groceries you cannot buy. We'll find toilet paper and set it on your post. Knock on your door, walk away, and let you come out and get the things that you need. Or do you want the money just to simply have the money, just to say, will a man rob God? That's what I want you to look at. That's reckless endangerment, and that's the real deal. Stop playing with people, making them think that they have an obligation to do something when they don't have anything to give. And the ones that do have to give, that are trying to give, don't take their money and sit on it. Instead, take their money and invest it back into the community as God has called you to do. And to churches that are already doing that, kudos. I thank God for it. To the ones that are not, change your mindset. Because people are going to remember after COVID-19 what church really helped them out. People are going to remember when this epidemic is over who was really there for them. Will it be you and your ministry? Or will it be another ministry? People always remember what God you serve during a time of crisis. This is Rex Endangerment. This is Ush. I'm out. Be easy. Rex Endangerment.